Hi everyone, in this video we'll be looking to a game between Grandmaster Maxim Vasher and Grandmaster Alireza Firouzja from the round 6 of Global Chess League between Team MVL and Team Firouzja. Let's jump right into the game. MVL starting with the white pieces go for 1 e4. Firouzja replies with c5, knight to f3, d6, d4, c takes on d4, knight takes on d4, knight to f6, knight to c3, a6, bishop to c4, e6, bishop to e3, b5, bishop to b3, bishop to e7, a3. Firouzja goes for castling. Queen to e2, bishop to b7, f3, knight to c6. MVL goes for long castling. Knight to a5, king to b1, rook to c8, queen to e1, knight to d7, h4, knight to e5, h5, knight on e to c4, bishop to c1, knight to f6, g4, queen to b6, knight on c to e2, d5, g5, bishop to e7, e takes on d5, bishop takes on d5, knight to f4, bishop to b7, g6, bishop to f6. So if you look at this position, after 23 moves into the game, MVL is having a winning advantage of plus 2.2. So the right continuation here for MVL is to play knight on d taking on e6. Here the problem is that if Firouzja accept this sacrifice, then it won't end well. Then it will be h6, will be busting open the castle. H takes on g6 and g takes on h7 with check, and the king is in all sorts of danger here. So this sacrifice play will not work well for Alireza Firouzja. So that was the right continuation here for MVL to retain his advantage. But in the game, he missed this trick and play g takes on f7 with check, and this is a mistake, and it is Firouzja who is having an advantage now of minus 1.4. And he continues with rook takes on f7, knight on f takes on e6, rook to e8, queen to g3, rook takes on e6, knight takes on e6, queen takes on e6, rook on h to e1, queen to c8, bishop to a2, h6, rook to d3, knight to c6. After 30 moves into the game, MVL is still having a small advantage of plus 1.2. So there is only one move that he can play to retain his advantage, and that is to capture this free pawn. Here the pawn on g7 is overloaded, and this bishop can easily go ahead and capture this pawn. But in the game, MVL misses his trick and play f4 instead, and he continues with knight to e7. And once again, there is a slight opportunity for MVL to come back into the match, and the right move is pushing the b pawn and kicking away the knight. But he missed this move as well and play rook on e to d1, and Firouzja's advantage increased to minus 1.9 now, and he continues with queen to f5. Once again, there is an opportunity here for MVL to kick away the knight, and he missed that again and play rook to d8 with check, king to h7. MVL can try to play queen to d3, activate that king because there is no attack. All these squares are heavily guarded by the pieces, so there is no good attack MVL can create in this side of the board, so it's better option to bring the queen into this side. But he missed this trick and he play rook to b8, and it is Firouzja again who is having the advantage. And Firouzja continues with bishop to e4. Now two pieces are attacking on this weak c2 square, and MVL defends it by playing bishop to b3, knight to c6, rook to e8, knight to d4. Now there is an attack here. This pawn is overloaded, cannot guard this bishop here. So MVL moves his king to a2, knight takes on b3, c takes on b3. So there is an attack on the knight here, but there is now time for the attack because here Firouzja continues with bishop to b1 with check, king to a1, and here Firouzja continues with knight takes on a3. This is not a sacrifice because this pawn is overloaded. Because this pawn is pinned, bishop is pinning this pawn cannot go ahead and capture this knight as well. So Firouzja take advantage of the situation, and MVL is almost lost here, and he continues with queen to f3, b4. More pieces are coming, trying to choking the king. King is officially out of squares here. Rook to d2, desperate attempt to defend. Knight to c2 with check. King's only move is capturing the bishop. If you go ahead and capture this bishop, then there is a forced mate in two moves, and it begins with knight to a3 with check, a double check by the knight and the queen. There are two moves, and whichever square he chooses to move, then the queen is coming and the game is over. So MVL cannot accept this bishop here. So MVL has to give away his rook for this knight, and he plays rook takes on c2 and bishop takes on c2. And it was in this position after 42 moves into the game. Maxim Vachier-Lagrave resigned to Alireza Firouzja. The reason for resignation is pretty much clear. There is a dangerous threat of queen coming to a5, and there is no way he can prevent this thing as well. And this square is already taken, and this will end in checkmate. So foreseeing this, Maxim Vachier-Lagrave has resigned to Firouzja, and Team Firouzja has defeated Team MVL as well. This is the second instance in this tournament. Firouzja has managed to defeat MVL, and his winning streak of 5-0 continues. This is twice he defeated MVL, once against Carlsen, once against Hikaru, and once against Anand. Team Firouzja looked like a candidate for the finals of the Global Chess League as well. Let me know in the comments below which are the two top teams you are predicted to qualify for the final. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.